Hi, this is the video corresponding to the lesson 1. In this lesson, we are going to learn what is the Mediterranean diet. For this, we are going to analyze the different types of definition that exist for the Mediterranean diet. We are going to know the food that make up this diet and what are the diet's effects. We will check how it is possible to follow a Mediterranean diet if we don't live in a Mediterranean country, and how it is possible to substitute the typical food of the Mediterranean diet with other food that we can find in other countries. And finally, we will study how to quantify Mediterranean diet. This is the Mare Nostrum for Romans, the Mediterranean Sea. If we ask ourselves what Mediterranean diet is, we may assume that MD is precisely the diet followed by the inhabitants of all the country with a Mediterranean coastline, from Spain to Turkey, passing through Italy or Greece. However, that's wrong. MD is not the current diet of the population from Mediterranean country. The Mediterranean diet is a unique biological experiment that took place over the last 5,000 years on the shore of the Mediterranean Sea. What does it mean that Mediterranean diet was a unique biological experiment? It means that it happened once at a specific time in a particular place and will probably never happen again. Mediterranean diet originated in the Fertile Crescent, right between Egypt and Persia, with the birth of the agriculture. For that moment, new farming techniques were developed and took advantage of unique biological, environmental, historical, and social conditions 5,000 years ago, resulting in a particular way of eating and an extraordinary lifestyle in coastal areas of the Mediterranean Sea, which favor and improve human health and increase longevity. Remember, a unique biological experiment. The most curious thing is that although MD don't exist, there are 4 types of MD. The first is the traditional Mediterranean diet. The diet followed in some region of the Mediterranean Sea in different countries until 60 in the past century. Certain food characterizes this diet, the way of grow, cooking, eating, associated with certain landscape, plants, animal, and tradition. Moreover, most importantly, this traditional Mediterranean diet is a healthy diet. During the 60s, several studies show that traditional Mediterranean diet is a healthy diet. Therefore, this same researcher turned the traditional MD into a diet that could be followed worldwide. They create the MD pattern, the way of eating with MD product, where they can be substituted for other in the rest of the world to take advantage of the benefit of traditional Mediterranean diet. Subsequently, adding non-nutritional elements such as exercise and social relationship to the Mediterranean diet pattern made it the MD lifestyle. And by demonstrating the economic, environmental, social, and cultural impact of MD, they have made it a sustainable diet. Traditional Mediterranean diet include extra virgin olive oil, fruit, vegetables, cereal, legumes, nuts, fish, red wine, and low consumption of meat and dairy products. Traditional Mediterranean diet join non-nutritional elements such as exercise, culture, and social relationship to become a lifestyle. And this diet is a sustainable diet when added to features such as local food production or self-production and low environmental impact. The reason for studying Mediterranean diet is the benefit produced on the health of individuals. Mediterranean diet is healthy because it decreases blood glucose and cholesterol, and decreases weight, blood pressure, and body mass index. It decreases also the risk of cardiovascular diseases, stroke, cancer, and reduce inflammation. For this reason, Mediterranean diet decreases mortality and therefore produce an increase in longevity. One of the most critical questions when studying Mediterranean diet is how to follow a Mediterranean diet outside the typical geographical environment where this diet was originated. And the solution is to follow an actual Mediterranean diet pattern. A Mediterranean diet pattern is information needed to follow a health-promoting diet. A Mediterranean diet pattern became the Mediterranean diet pyramid to make it easier to follow. It indicates what type of food we can eat, the frequency, and the amount per serving. Moreover, some additional elements such as exercise, water, salt, and alcohol are also included. Mediterranean diet has been systematically studied over the last 30 years. Several epidemiological studies have been carried out to demonstrate the health benefit of Mediterranean diet. These studies require a procedure to quantify adherence to the diet we usually follow compared with the ideal MD. For this purpose, MD score has been created. Mathematical element that allow us quantify, normalize, and check the adherence to Mediterranean diet of a personal diet. This score gives us points depending on the food present in the diet. The first was the MDS, from 0 to 9, but there are different types of MD score. Other are the ARMED, MedLife, which include lifestyle in its calculation, and Attica, which only contain nutritional elements.